Penultimate race of round number 1 of the Kart Championship sees Rex Pooley on pole position from Ronnie Kempson, with Sebastian McCarthy and Harry Chapman on row 2. Toby Biggs and Joshua Bailey are on row number 3 in front of Henry Algar and Jack Daniels on row number 4. Then it's going to be Mason Hibbert and Noah Wicklow, Joshua Adate and Eli Scher on row number 6. Freddie Blackshaw will start in 13th place with Jamie Walsh alongside. Riley Aston Wilkins and Oliver Daniels, Arlo Atkinson and Henry Hales are on row number 9. Darcy Durnford and Ethan Pearson complete your 20 runners, because Brady Atkin and Logan Hodgetts haven't taken part in our racing here today. Let's have a look as well. We've got comments coming in from Wreckfest and F1 videos for Go On Harry Warby and Minimax. He'll be out in around about 15 minutes time with a good look to the house to go, and Ralphie Branscombe from Kaylee Rennie as well. There are our youngest of our runners here in the Kart Championship, the Bambinos of Arcoma C50, getting themselves ready to go out. We've got one kart there at the back just being placed down onto the ground. There's the bright helmet of Henry Algar there, as we make our way up the pole position side of the grid to the 31 of Rex Pooley. He starts from pole position. Kart just being rocked back and forth there. Try and get some heat into that engine as it goes. Quite therapeutic actually, watching these Bambinos being rolled back and forth. Just waiting for the go ahead to get them sent out onto track here. The lights still flashing over start finish. Our Coma C50 Bambinos are sent on their way out onto track. Having a look at some of the confirmed results as well in our iArmy Bambino. So Roots, Dimitrov and Farah, your top 3, with a few runners actually being picked up for a jump start in that one, but I don't think it's changed the order towards the head of that field. My T Bambino has been classified in the expected results, and we're still waiting on Micro Max to have the button pressed as our cameraman joins in the race down the start-finish straight of our parents. The man in the cap is going to take victory in the Bambino parents race down the grid here. So Bambino's making their way round. Of course, we've got Rex Pooley on pole position. He's going to be on the right side of the grid. Effectively the non-racing line, of course, but does put him on the inside for the first corner. Down there at turn number 1. He rolls into position. Behind him is Sebastian McCarthy in the 56. He rolls in with Ronnie Kempson on the racing line side, on the outside in P number 2. There's Sebastian McCarthy in the 56, alongside the O-Plate winner Harry Chapman in 4th place. Toby Biggs, the 66, with Joshua Bailey pumping the throttle just to keep the engine revs going as the field is cleared of parent helpers. The last one off, of course, our cameraman. We are away and racing in the penultimate race of the day. Coma C50 Bambino. Kempson makes a good start. Not quite as good, though, as Harry Chapman, who's going to try and run all the way around the outside from 4th place. He's going to be second at least as they head into the first corner, turn 1. It's Rex Pooley, though, continuing to lead the way from that pole position berth, looking to move away and try and open up an early gap in this one. Chapman then in front of Sebastian McCarthy. Then it looks like it's Toby Biggs, is it coming through from 6th place potentially into a into fourth. We'll get confirmation as we try and pick out the number. It is the 66 of Biggs, as then he runs wide and opens the door for Henry Algar. 2 and 3 wide as they head towards the back chain. Ronnie Kempson off the front row is going to be down in 6th place, coming under pressure from the E-plate of Mason Hibbert, with Joshua Bailey as well, who was in 6th place, now down, it looks like in 8th place, being shuffled out at the first corner. Kempson looks like he was slow off the start, but doesn't look very slow anymore. He's very, very racy, trying to catch up on the back of Henry Algar, round the left-hander. And over start-finish we go. Chapman pulls out of the slipstream of Rex Pooley. Is he far enough alongside? Pooley has a look to the right-hand side. Will he turn in? He can't, because Harry Chapman in the O-plate is through and into the lead. Parks his car exactly where he needed to do it, as they now head towards the right-hander at St. John's. So the leading two opening up a bit of a gap here from Sebastian McCarthy, and then Henry Algar runs into the back of Toby Biggs. We've got a cart going very, very wide. That's the E-plate of Mason Hibbert as they go into the left-hander at Senna 1. Out onto this back straight. Sebastian McCarthy in 3rd place, looking to break away from Henry Algar. Toby Biggs, Mason Hibbert as well in there. Ronnie Kempson in 13, unable to find a way past Biggs at the moment. Having to settle for 6th place as it stands. Chapman and Pooley opening up a gap now by another 7/10 of a second from the field behind. McCarthy under pressure now from Algar, who's closed right up on the back. Kempson as well. Mason Hibbert takes some curb on the outside, doesn't slow him down too much, as then Joshua Bailey is right there as well. Sebastian McCarthy comes to the inside, not sure whether that's a traditional line for him or whether he's defending 3rd place. It looks like he could be on the receiving end of a cutback. Mason Hibbert has a spin in the middle of the centre 1-2 complex. That's going to lose him a position, because Joshua Adate is going to try and sweep round the outside. He could be down in 9th place at the moment. There's a move now. This is Kempson down the inside of Toby Biggs into Gasworks. Good move. Biggs is going to try and run round the outside, but it's a long way round the outside in a cart that is around about 4 horsepower, and he's going to have to slot back in. He's not going to have enough drive round there to hold on to Ronnie Kempson. 2 leaders still pushing away at the front. Rex Pooley with the fastest lap. Sebastian McCarthy tighter into the first corner, still defending off Henry Algar. Kempson as well. Just biding the time at the moment is Ronnie Kempson. He's been quick in the early phase of this race after that poor start, where he wasn't able to get away as well as he wanted. Once again, Sebastian McCarthy going defensive to the inside. And this time Algar's going to go out wide, try and get the cutback back down the inside, but can't do it. Not enough power to get to the inside this time. And Sebastian McCarthy holds on once again to 3rd place, keeping the 56 machine firm. This time Algar's going to try and sweep round the outside. The cutback though isn't going to work, because it puts you on the outside for the next 3 corners, and you just cannot carry all the speed round the outside there. This battle though for 3rd place is allowing the 2 leaders to move away. They were already over the line. There's a bit more of a gap this time though between Chapman and Pooley, as Chapman sets the fastest lap this time with a 1:09.4. That's likely to have set him the fastest lap. The only driver, in fact, to go sub 1:09.5. The 2 leaders, the only 2 to go sub 1:10. From 3rd then down into 6th with McCarthy, Algar, Kempson and Biggs. Biggs a little bit further back. The 3 in front. Now it's Kempson's turn to come down the inside of Henry Algar. Then he's going to run wide. Will Algar have the position to get the cutback? I don't think he's going to. The cutback doesn't work quite so well with these Coma C50 Bambino karts, with them being a little bit slower. They're able to get it turned and hold on. And now, could Biggs get to the inside as well? Because Kempson has been slowed in his battle with Algar. And Biggs is going to come through from 6th place up into 4th. So the 66 machine is through. Can he do anything about Sebastian McCarthy in front? Henry Algar couldn't find a way through. Ronnie Kempson wasn't in 4th place long enough to have an opportunity. And now, moving to the inside comes Toby Biggs. Biggs is to the inside of Sebastian McCarthy. Kempson's on the outside. They're 3 wide into the first corner here at Warden Law. McCarthy holds on for at least 1 place, but Biggs is through and up into 3rd place. McCarthy 4th. Then it's Kempson with Algar still in 6th place. Bailey behind. Then it's Jack Daniels, Mason Hibbert, and they're still battling it out as they head down towards St. John's. And finally, Kempson is through and up into 4th place. Through as well comes the 5 of Henry Algar. Sebastian McCarthy dropping down into 6th place, allowing Joshua Bailey as well, I think, now to close right up on the back of this battle. There's some lap traffic in front that could well come into play here for our battle from 3rd down into 6th place. Kempson's going to try and get to the inside. He's run tight to the inside by Biggs as they sweep round the lap traffic. He is through, though, down the inside. Biggs gets on the power earlier. Has to try and stick it out round the outside. Can't do it. And managing to slot himself back into position without losing a huge amount of time. And that's the most important thing here. Don't lose the time and keep yourself in a battle for the podium places here at Warden Law. Now it's Kempson's turn to be defensive to the inside. Toby Biggs in 4th place. Henry Algar in 5th place. With McCarthy a little further back, 0.8 of a second now, with Chapman still leading from Rex Pooley. That's your top 2. Into this back chicane. We are down to 4 minutes plus 1 lap. Harry Chapman having led from lap number 2. Still holding firm from Rex Pooley. Behind them, Kempson, Biggs and Algar. All nose to tail. Algar now in front of Biggs for 4th place. That's Sebastian McCarthy on screen. That's P6. He has a look over his shoulder. He's got 1.3 seconds is the gap between himself and Joshua Bailey. Leaders over start finish once again. Chapman coming to the inside, up with a new fastest lap, 109.317. Half a tenth quicker than Pooley behind. Pooley, though, still close enough to turn this one into a race and gets a good run around St. John's as they head down towards Senna 1. Into the left-hander. Chapman is slightly wide through there. Pooley, though, is wide through too, so evens itself out. Kempson coming under pressure from Henry Algar. Algar gets to the inside as they head towards the back straight chicane. Henry Algar then is through up into 3rd place with a great move on Ronnie Kempson. Gets the switch back out of the Senna 2. We said we don't often see that in Coma C50 because the power difference isn't too much that they're not going to be able to slide wide. But now it's Kempson back down the inside of Algar into the horseshoe. So Kempson, certainly on timing, it will show that he's not even lost a single place. Had to battle for the 3rd though on that one. 2.5 minutes remaining for your leaders, who are currently lapping in the 109 marks. So they're going to get round for 3 more laps of action here in Coma C50 Bambino before our final of the day with Micromax. Also with our Minimax class. Left-hander coming up here at St. John's. Kempson holding off Algar. Then there's a gap back now to Toby Biggs, who's been actually closed in, I think, by Sebastian McCarthy on the previous lap. Kempson once again going tight into Senna 2, allowing Algar to close right up on the back as they go into the back chicane. Chapman there, leading from Pooley. They head round Paddock Bend. 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining, so they'll come over the line. Still plenty to go here because they're lapping in the 109, so they're going to get 3 laps in here in this final Fort Coma C50 Bambino. Harry Chapman, Rex Pooley have opened up a gap of 8.5 seconds from the rest of the field, and Rex Pooley happy at the moment just to push along. Harry Chapman not show his hand too early. The driver from Marsh in Cambridge, who won the 22 Rye House London Cup. He comes from a family of champions, is the best way to put it. His dad being a 9-time British Grand Prix world champion. Rex Pooley certainly has the DNA to take the victory, but at the moment he's got Harry Chapman sitting in front of him, the gap of around about 2.5 tenths of a second. So they make their way round Paddock Bend. Lap traffic in front of them. This is the important bit. Negotiate the lap traffic, bearing in mind that they're racing for position as well. That's Ethan Pearson and Darcy Durnford still battling for position as they make their way through, and they're going to have to go round the outside, and that's allowed Pooley to come through on Harry Chapman, and Rex Pooley will now lead this final from Harry Chapman. The kart length gap between them is around about 4 or 5. Harry Chapman will now try and close that one in. Time in the top left corner has elapsed. 1.5 laps remaining for Harry Chapman to try and get past Rex Pooley. He's led 90% of this race, but you don't get the winner's trophy based on percentages. It's whoever crosses that line first. Checkered flag. 1.5 laps remaining as they head down towards the Gasworks hairpin for the penultimate time. It's all about getting this complex of corners correct now for Chapman as he heads round the left-hander. Got to get the final corner correct at Paddock Bend, as they're going to see the last lap board as they come over start finish. Can he get a run down towards turn 1? Will Pooley defend to the inside? Chapman, is he alongside? Is he alongside far enough as they come towards the first corner? Chapman leads with a great move down the inside on Rex Pooley. Now he's got to hold on. Will he play defensive? Will he be confident enough in his own ability of where he can park that kart? The O-plate, having won at Wilton Mill in December. The more lap traffic in front. They sweep through down the inside. Pooley's coming back at Chapman. Down the inside they go. Then he runs himself wide off the track. Will Chapman get the cutback as they head down towards the back chicane? He's on the inside. He's not close enough. Pooley is back through into the lead. A few more opportunities then for Chapman. I'm fairly sure Pooley's going to keep this one really tight to the inside. Chapman's going to try and sweep round and get the cutback. Don't think he's going to be close enough now, but can he chop to the inside in the middle of this complex of corners? Not close enough. One final opportunity into the final bend. Chapman's going to try and send a move down the inside. Pooley runs it wide round the outside. Run to the line. Pooley is going to take victory by a fraction of a second from Harry Chapman. That's your top 2. With Kempson then still battling it out with Henry Algar for 3rd place. Kempson takes 3rd, Algar in 4th. With Biggs coming through, I think they're still racing to the line. Biggs holding off Sebastian McCarthy for 5th and 6th respectively. Joshua Bailey in P7, Jack Daniels in 8th. And then we await Mason Hibbert and Joshua Adate to round out your top 10.